Hey, good morning, guys. This is Marwan Guerrera, back to you with another video, Keto Classic. Today I want to speak about important subject. As always, I always talk about important shit. Sorry for my bad language, but I figured I would record, yeah, with this view behind me. It's better than recording in my car all the time. But anyway, so last video that I made, it's about binge eating disorder. And after I made that video, I really thought of a lot of stuff that I have not talked about in that video. So I think I want to do it as a series. So this would be part 2, and if I think of something else, I would do part 3, because binge eating disorder, I think it's a devastating disorder, and it needs to be talked about way more than it already talked about right now. Okay, so in the last, can't get my leg straight. Anyway, in my last video, I talked about that people who think they have binge eating disorder, they need to realize that they probably have some carb addiction issue as well. So they got 2 issues. And how does binge eating disorder develops? Okay, and the most common people who would get a binge eating disorder is regardless of the very obese and stuff like that, obese. Usually whenever I was obese, my binge eating disorder has several factors. Okay, one of them, I was carb addicted. The other thing, I was fat. Okay, whenever I was overweight, I've always tried to eat less, because everybody's telling me, hey, you're fat, you need to eat less, you're eating too much food. And I wasn't actually eating too much food. Okay, I probably was eating less than most people whenever I'm not binging, but the idea of eat less to lose weight, it's ridiculous. And what's so ridiculous, so many in the fitness industry right now, they still promoting eating less, calories in, calories is out. Yes, calories, they matter into the weight loss stuff, but if you gonna do some sort of a diet and it will lead you to a binge eating disorder, you are better off not doing that motherfucking diet in the first place. So the best diet that you would do is, it would not trigger any type of binge eating disorder, okay, or binge episodes or something like that. So how it developed? Yeah, everybody was telling me that, hey, I was overweight, I need to eat less, blah blah blah, run, jog, do cardio, and this is what I always done. I've always tried to eat less. What I do is, and I used to love food, but I was, and this is what made it worse. I would try to eat less, and then I would go nuts. Got the, oh shit, I gotta do something. Okay, and I would go nuts with the alarm went off on my phone and got distracted. Yeah, I'd go nuts with food and start binge eating and stuff like that. And it went on for years. Okay, I would try to eat very less, and then I would binge. I would try to eat very less. I would try to binge, would eat less, binge, and I was accumulating more fat, and so on. And whenever I want to go exercise, I don't do just a little bit of activity. I go like crazy. I would want to walk for very long distances, or I try to run and then my joints hurts and then I quit doing any type of activity. I was an active person from a young age. I walk a lot, not for activity's sake, but just for my work, for just growing up as a kid. But I was still fat because I damaged my metabolism. I damaged my metabolism by trying to eat less, trying to eat less, trying to eat less all the time, and binge, trying to eat less, binge. So my metabolism got some sort of a damaged. And I don't like the word damage because it sounds it's almost like irreversible. You can fix your metabolism. Anyway, so that's one of the causes of uh, of of binge eating disorder, is trying to eat less. Okay, I mean there are other variables. Is if you are obese, or if you something got a mind. If you are obese or you're trying to lose weight, you have that image that, hey, I need to eat less to lose some more, eat less to lose some more. The idea is, the whole concept that if you get from this series, the concept is not to eat less, but to eat more of the good food, or to eat enough of the right foods. Okay. And another people who get binge eating disorder in their adulthood, for example, bodybuilders, competitors that step on stage and stuff like that, a lot of them after the show, because they have fought hunger for like 3 months or something like that, their hormones get out of whack tremendously. Their ghrelin is messed up, their leptin is messed up, and they go nuts with food. They eat so much food they don't even know what hunger is. How do they get full? Okay, so but a lot of them, they snap out of it for several reasons, because they know it's a binge eating disorder. They know it's because they were hungry for so long, because they've done it for so long. They know how to kind of reverse diet, or get back to reverse dieting, where their hormones get regulated and they don't have to binge eat all the time. Okay, so some people snap out of it quickly, some people it takes them longer, some people they gain a shit ton of weight and their career gets ruined because of a binge eating disorder. Because whenever you have a binge episode, you feel so guilty for having a binge episode, since you felt so guilty, you go binge even more, because food is a mental thing. It's like a mental reward whenever you get high sugary carbs and stuff like that. So what else? So how can you get rid of the binge eating disorder? First of all, you need to treat it as a carb addiction. You need to get away from the carbohydrates. Okay, the first step you can do, and it's not easy to get over binge eating disorder and carb addiction. It is difficult, it requires work. Okay, but it's definitely possible. Okay, the first step you would need to do, you need to have, first of all, I have other videos about it. You need to have a why you want to lose weight, why you want to cure your binge eating disorder, not just to look good. You need to have, the more reasons you have to lose weight, the more committed you're going to be. So be creative, write a full page, of why you want to be healthier, why you want to get rid of binge eating disorder, and all that stuff. And so that's the first step. The second step is you want to aim for 24 hours at a time. You want to make a decision. You want to make a decision. For example, you say, I'm gonna quit eating carbohydrates from this moment, for 24 hours. You're gonna challenge yourself to be on a ketogenic diet or low carb type diet for 24 hours. If you say, I'm gonna do it for 3 months, I'm gonna lose this amount of weight, that shit does not fucking work. You need to do one step at a time. You do 24 hours. If you get succeeded in the 24 hours, you increase it to 48 hours, and then 3 days, and then 7 days, and then 15 days, and then 30 days. One of the things that helped me, I was journaling every day. Day 1, day 2, day 3. And what would happen is I would fail and I would binge, for example, on day 3, and then I start again. From this moment, the biggest mistake people do, they say from tomorrow, from Monday, from next week, after this month, after I finish my exams, after I finish whatever the fuck that you need to finish that is so important. It doesn't matter what is going on in your life. You can always make the decision at the present moment to eat better food. Okay? So this is one of the biggest mistakes. People do future promises as if they would be a different fucking person tomorrow. You're still the same person. Okay? And the idea of deciding at the right moment, okay? You might have two people. One person, decides, I'm gonna start from Monday. Then here comes Monday, and he doesn't do it, and then he's gonna say, I'm gonna start next week, and he might do it for a couple of days, and then I says, I'm gonna do it, on the 1st of August or September or something like that. So this person here, within a month, he only actually have attempted to get rid of his carb addiction for 3 or 4 days a month. But on the other hand, if you decide at the current moment, and if you fail, let's say at night you ate the shit out of some ice cream, you have some binge episode, and the next day you decide, hey, and during breakfast I'm gonna have, a ketogenic 24 hours and so on, and then you fail, and then you try the next day, or you try another time, you will find yourself have attempted to get rid of the carb addiction and the binge eating disorder 20 times or 15 times during a month. So it's no brainer. Who would actually have better chance to succeed? A person who have attempted 15 times or 20 times a month, or a person who have attempted 4 times within a month? It's no brainer. The person who tries more, he is or she is more than likely to succeed into becoming consistent. And once you do it for like 15 days, and then you extend your goal 30 days, 60 days, 70 days, 100 days or something like that, after a while it becomes effortless. It becomes a habit. You don't need to worry about it. But what is very important, okay, you should not try to get rid of your binge eating disorder for weight loss. You are supposed to focus on getting rid of your carb addiction and getting rid of your binge eating disorder, by eliminating the carbohydrates and eating until satiety. You eat, meats and fats and veggies. ketogenic diet style, okay? You eat until you're full, until you're satisfied. You eat as much meat as you want, as much protein for, and not protein powders and shit, but chicken. It's for some reason I don't feel that satisfaction feeling when I eat chicken. But whenever I eat meat, I get really satisfied. Red meat, and yeah. So that's the steps that you need to do to take care of that. If you try to eat less and you focus on weight loss, you will get back to your carb addiction very quickly. Okay. But as a result, if you not binge eating and eating healthy foods and eating enough food, the weight loss is gonna come as a side effect. Okay. What else? Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people, whenever, if they're obese or something, they want to start a diet, they want to start going to the gym, they want to do this, they focus on results. They want fast results. It doesn't fucking work. Okay. You need to do something you do not hate. If you start running on the treadmill or doing elliptical for 30 minutes a day and that shit is miserable, there's no way you're gonna be consistent. Another thing, your diet. The ketogenic diet have gotten distorted so much nowadays. Okay. For a person who have carb addiction or a binge eating disorder, and I might be wrong, but what matters the most whenever you start a ketogenic diet, it needs to be strict out ketogenic diet. No sweeteners, no nothing, none of that shit. Start strict keto. If you like it, stay strict keto. If you feel you're not gonna be able to do it, and you want to introduce, keto treats or something like that, it is your choice. But in my opinion, bringing in stuff that are not strict makes it harder to stick with a diet. If I eat keto treats or something like that, I get extra hungry, I want to eat more, blah blah blah. That's why I don't consume sweeteners, and I don't consume a lot of, even of the ketogenic approved foods like nuts and stuff and cheeses and stuff. But you don't have to do like me. Just start strict eating, almost kind of a carnivore style type of ketogenic diet, meats and fats and water. You can add some veggies that you like, and add fat to them and stuff like that. And try to eliminate snacking. Snacking is a very big trigger, I think, for a binge eating disorder, because it associates so many things. Whenever you're binge eating, it starts usually with a snack, and then you have another snack. So eliminate snacking. Eat 3 or 4 meals until you are satisfied. Okay. And there's no way somebody is gonna binge eat on meat. If you get steaks, you're not gonna get overboard and eat too much steak. It's just not possible. I don't know how you can overeat meat. I could overeat chicken. You bring me chicken wings, I definitely eat the mess out of some chicken wings. But some stuff like that, if you have a binge on meat or something like that, and then you will get satisfied, you want to break that food reward connection. Okay. And this video is getting too long, but this is very important information. Okay. Another thing, you need to have some rules. Another good thing. Whenever you became successful for like 3 days, 4 days, or something like that. Yeah, some people, they say before you start, but it might not be a good idea to do it before you start. clean out your house. Get rid of all the shit that is not good for you in your house. Give it to somebody or throw it in the trash. You know, who gives a fuck? It's bad food anyway, bad for you. Get rid of all the motherfucking cookies, all the ice cream. It will make it much easier to stick with the diet. If it's right there looking at you, if you got chocolate in the pantry or something, you're gonna tax your willpower. You do not want to tax your willpower. Okay? If you live with a family members, you're not live on your own, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. Because you can't just change the way they eat. But what you can do is you can hide their food away from you. Okay? For example, if I come home and I find my family bought pizza or anything like that, they're not doing keto. I've been trying to convince them to do keto for ages. They just don't want to fucking do it. Anyway, so let's say I found pizza. They've already ate some of it, and there's still some. It's kind of tempting to have the pizza there. I have much stronger resilient for bad food now, but in the past I would like put it in the oven or put it in the fridge. I would keep it away from my sight. It just makes it much easier for me not to think about it. Okay. Another thing, ice cream was the biggest trigger for me to fall off the wagon. So I had an agreement with my wife not to buy ice cream, not to bring ice cream in the house. Now if she brings it, I'm not really worried about it. But in the past, I still would rather not have it there. But in the past, this is what I told her. Hey, one thing. It wasn't easy to convince her not to bring ice cream into the house. It was so fucking difficult. But it's the one thing that triggers me the most. And after a very, very long discussion, she finally agreed to it. Anyway, what else? What else? Trying to think. Yeah, now I've never ate a ketogenic ice cream or something like that. Because I know if I do a ketogenic ice cream or some shit like that, it's just gonna start creating that reward loop between your brain and what you eat. Okay, you start getting the neurotransmitters like dopamine and stuff like that. It's like a drug, and there are a lot of addictive ketogenic foods out there. For example, nuts. They are pretty addictive. Cheese is kind of addictive to me as well, and to a lot of other people. So you want, even if it is keto approved or something like that, you're gonna try to stay away from these at least in the beginning. Okay. So that's it for today, folks. If you think there's anything of value in this video, please hit the like button. Share it with somebody if you want to. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. And if you have any questions, put them in the comment section. I'll respond to you. I'll make a video about it. And have a great day, folks. Stay keto. Stay off the motherfucking sugar. Have a great day.